DGCA panel will submit its report to the ministry on the IndiGo crisis and the chaos which engulfed the entire nation. As per sources, it's a multi-page comprehensive report that has been prepared listing all the challenges, be it the human resource crunch, pilot rostering and technical aspects. A 4-member committee appointed by the DGCA has been granted an extension until Friday, the 26th of December, to submit its report on the recent IndiGo flight disruptions. That is the big piece of news that's coming in. To get more details and a deep dive into the DGCA report and the investigation into the disruptions which gripped the entire nation earlier this month, I'm joined by my colleague Payal Mehta on the broadcast. Payal, over to you.
Yes, a very important development coming to the fore, Ayushman, because the country is waiting to see what comes out of that investigation that has been ordered into what IndiGo really did, to passengers across the entire country for 3 days in a row. That report is being compiled right now just as we speak, and that report is going to be presented to the ministry on Friday. In all probability is what our sources have indicated to us. It is going to be a comprehensive report which will talk about not just the aspect in terms of human resources and pilot rostering, but it will also focus on a lot of technical aspects and technical details, and therefore the ministry is expected to get that report on Friday is what we are told by our sources. Let's wait and see what the outcome really is, because there was a nationwide outrage that was actually caused because of the indication that IndiGo had done what they had really done. And that is something which was, people want to really understand from that investigation what exactly did IndiGo really do as far as this is concerned.
Right. Thank you, Payal, for getting us that update. But stay with us. We're getting another update from the Civil Aviation Ministry. Amid the monopoly debate, the Aviation Minister has stated, and I quote, "Over the last 1 week, we are pleased to have met teams from new airlines aspiring to take wings in Indian skies, Shankh Air, Hind Air and FlyExpress. While Shankh Air has already got the NOC from the ministry, Hind Air and FlyExpress have received their NOCs this week." So Payal continues to be with us on the broadcast. So Payal, some good news when it comes to the aviation sector. One of the big debates from the IndiGo fiasco has been the monopolistic control of the carrier when it comes to India's skies. But as Ram Mohan Naidu had earlier even stated that the government is working towards expanding the role of players inside the aviation sector.
Right, the duopoly is something that everybody really questions, as saying that why do we have so much of, why do we give so much of importance to IndiGo the way and the form in which really is? There is an answer to that. Ram Mohan Naidu has in fact said this on the floor of the House, that we are looking at engaging more partners and bringing in more people to fill the Indian skies, which are open for multiple new locations to be added to it under the UDAN scheme as well. So obviously the government has been constantly working on this. And Mr. Naidu has listed that there are 2 or 3 people who actually have come forth and probably could be flying in Indian skies very soon. So it's big and positive news for the Indian consumers, given the fact that passengers will now have more options to fly rather than just being stuck to either IndiGo or probably, just be stuck to Air India and company. So that's something which is coming as a big hope and big ray of hope, because, everybody's been questioning the airfares, everybody's questioning the limited number of flights and the limited number of air players.
Right. Thank you, Payal, for getting us that update. So a good sign coming in from the aviation sector when it comes to the expansion of players in India's sky. So as per the aviation minister, he's bringing these details to the fore when it comes to more players entering the Indian aviation sector, talking about the fact that Shankh Air as well as Hind Air and FlyExpress, those NOCs are already in process, saying that Shankh Air has already got its NOC while Hind Air and FlyExpress have received their NOCs in this week. So that process also moving forward to ending the monopoly and the duopoly factors that dominate Indian aviation. Thank you, Payal, for getting us that piece of breaking news. Shifting